9 o'clock in the morning when Jesus was hung up on the cross to die. It's now midday when the sun should be at its brightest, but suddenly the whole land is plunged into darkness for 3 hours. This can't just be an eclipse. After all, it's the time of the full moon. This is a divinely orchestrated darkness to convey God's righteous anger as Jesus bears on himself the sin of all who belong to him. At the culmination of those 6 hours of suffering, 3 hours of darkness, it's enough to make Jesus cry out, my God, why have you forsaken me?" Quoting the words of the psalm, he is the righteous one who is suffering. Some people are confused and think that he's calling Elijah, a dead prophet, to come and help him, even to take him down from the cross. So they offer him a drink and wait to see what happens. But in that moment, Jesus gives a loud cry and then breathes his last. Now, normally in crucifixion, someone would die slowly, their life gradually ebbing away. But for Jesus to give a loud cry just before he dies, it looks more like a deliberate giving over of life to death. The moment Jesus dies, over in the city, in the temple, one of the curtains that is there is torn in two, and it's torn from top to bottom, from heaven to earth. God is removing the barrier that limits our access to him. The way is now open for us to come to God as we come to him in Jesus, knowing that our sins have been forgiven. As Jesus dies, a centurion is there watching on. He has seen many people die by crucifixion, but something is different about the way that Jesus dies. He sees something of the divine here and recognizes something here that Mark has told us from the beginning, that this is the Son of God. The disciples have all but disappeared by this point. The shepherd has been struck and the sheep have scattered, just as Jesus predicted would happen. But there is a group of women who are still here. They're remaining faithful and loyal and watching everything that is happening as Jesus dies upon the cross. These are a group of women who followed him everywhere and provided for him during his time of ministry, and they're not about to leave him now. Sticking with him to the end, that is what it means to be a real follower of Jesus.